Hello! Welcome to English on Fire, the channel where we talk about all things English communication. My name is Jessica, and today I want to talk about two things that really matter when it comes to being understood, and that's intelligibility and comprehensibility. All right, when it comes to being understood when you're speaking English or any language in general, there are two big pieces to remember. There's intelligibility and there's comprehensibility. Now, intelligibility, it's all those little pieces that make language. It's all those little vocal signs, for example, like sounds of consonants and vowels. It's stress, intonation, pacing, volume. It's all of the signal inputs. Comprehensibility, on the other hand, that is the aspect of putting all of those signs together and creating meaning. So the challenge is, how do we make your intelligibility pieces, like your sounds and your stress and your intonation, clearer so that comprehensibility, the ability to make meaning out of what you are saying, increase? Well, if you think about all of the aspects all at the same time, you might get really stressed out. I get a lot of students who say they've tried for years to get all of the right sounds and all of the right stress and intonation and all the pieces. It's just too much. It makes you crazy. Let's simplify it. So instead of getting stressed out, which, by the way, stress makes it very difficult to learn or to improve or to basically do anything, I'd like for you to keep some very simple steps in mind. First of all, what is your overall goal? Not everybody has the goal to sound like a native American English speaker. Is your goal to sound a native, or is your goal to just be a clear, effective communicator? I personally would argue that English is not just American English and British English. We have global English, Englishes, and you should be okay and confident with the English that you have already learned. Of course, we can tune it up so that we can communicate more effectively across cultures and across Englishes. So having a goal in mind of what are you shooting for? What are you aiming for when it comes to your work on your accent, body language, just communication skills in general? Get clear on that. Once you feel like you have some clarity about what you actually want to achieve, you really need to start working on awareness. What does your listener actually hear? Are your sounds really clear and crisp and, most importantly, distinct from other sounds in order to create meaning? Or is what you perceive not what the listener is actually hearing? And there are different ways to create awareness, but a lot of it is with watching yourself. You can also get feedback from someone like a communication coach like me to kind of give you guidance on where you should improve. But having an awareness of where you are already can help you understand the small tweaks you can make to make your communication stronger, faster. So maybe you worked with a communication coach, or maybe you watched hours and hours and hours of video of yourself speaking in your body language, and you've taken notes and you haven't gone crazy yet. What do you do now? Well, there's a plan of action, and I say it happens with small bits of practice with a goal in mind for that practice. So for example, maybe 10, 20 minutes of your day, I like oftentimes at the end of the day, because oftentimes then these concepts stick in your mind. But have a goal of like, today, I really want to focus on speaking with very clear p and b distinction, maybe for an Arabic speaker. Or maybe if I'm an Indian English speaker, today I want to focus on keeping the rhythm and the stress correct in my sentences. Having a clear goal and aim for each little bit of practice will then start to snowball and compound, meaning it will give you greater results over time. And you've come up with a plan, you have an idea of what you need to work on, you have been, practicing by yourself and reflecting back and seeing what you did well, what you didn't do well on. Then it comes time to actually practice with people. I think you can also practice with like AI first and see if it's comprehensible, if your communication is comprehensible. But there's so much more to communication than just pronunciation. It's body language, it's energy, it's eye contact. There's a cultural component to this. So working with real people and putting all of it into practice, I think, is incredibly important. And that's what starts to solidify all the changes you've made and starts to make it so your communication truly is better. And be sure to subscribe down below for more tips and tricks as I build my channel. And feel free to reach out to me with any questions, suggestions, or to make an appointment to work with me. I'm happy to be here. I can't wait to communicate with you. Bye.